Alright, so I had a request for, instead of moving on, to actually talk about, or give another example of setting up the system of linear equations, these linear programming problems, these word problems we've been working on for a couple days. So here you go, here's another one. So go ahead and pause it and read the problem. So the first line that tells you anything about the inequalities is the second sentence. It says each pot weighs 2 pounds and each plate weighs 1 pound. The max he can carry is 50, so the total weight is less than or equal to 50 pounds. So the total weight is 2 P's, so pots P, and 1 A, and that's got to be less than the 50. So let me reveal, there we go. I want to get that sucker out of the way. So 2P plus A has to be less than or equal to 50. The harder one to figure out is the other one. All right. So he has 8 total days to make pots and plates. So let's see if I can move this out of the way a little bit. Something's less than or equal to 8. Okay. Apologize for my handwriting. I left something I needed for writing with. And so I'm trying to write with the mouse some, and it's difficult. Anyway, something is less than or equal to 8. Okay. Okay. Now, what is it? It's the amount of time that he has. That he has 8 days. So the amount of work he puts in, the amount of time that takes has to be less than or equal to 8 days. And so he can make 5 plates per day. So he makes 5 plates per day and 3 pots per day. So the number of days it takes to make P plates, it's P pots, is P over 3. So it's P pots divided by, this is ridiculous, they chose P. I should probably switch it to X and Y, but too late now. The number of pots divided by 3 is how many days he takes to make the pots. Similar story for plates. The number of plates he makes, so A, over 5 tells you how many days he spends making plates. And so there you go. It's A over 5. Okay. A over 5 plus P over 3. Let me fix that A. It looks ridiculous. This won't be any better probably. Yeah, not really. But there you go. So these are the two inequalities. A over 5 and P over 3 have to be less than or equal to 8. So he makes 40 plates. So 40 over 5 is 8 days. That would eat up the whole time. And so actually I gave up one of the vertices basically just now. Because that's the combo of 40 plates and no pots. Okay? So if he made 40 divided by 5 is 8. It would take all 8 days to make those 40 plates. All right. So what's up? And this is similar to the one we did today in class. You would then multiply both sides by 15, because that would cancel out all the denominators. And so when you did that, you would get. Let me pause it and write. So if you multiply this by 15, 15 over 5 is 3, so 3a. 15 over 3 is 5, so 5p, and then 15 times 8 is 120. So these are the two graphs, the 2 lines that you have to graph. Okay, let me color coordinate it. And what's up? You guys should pause this and graph these 2 lines. Okay, I'm going to make them red and blue when I show you. All right, you should pause it and try to graph these 2 lines. I would solve for, so I'm going to do A on the x-axis, P on the y-axis. So solve for P. That would make it slope-intercept form. So go ahead and do that now. So what you should have gotten when you graphed it is this right here. And so it should look something like this. I went by 5s, and so the ordered pairs were 0, 0. Now let's remember, he's trying to maximize profit. So 0, 0 is a nonsense one. Clearly, if he makes no plates and no pots, then he's not going to make any money. So that's ridiculous. So really, let's go ahead and delete that smiley face. Very sad, of course, but it's a nonsense one. You're not going to plug that one in. 0 P's and 0 A's give you 0 profit. So this one, I'm counted by fives, and that might not be apparent, but that's what you should get. Something that looks like this. Okay? And it's kind of weird because the blue actually is irrelevant. So the fact that he can only carry 50 pounds, well, he doesn't have enough time to make 50 pounds worth of stuff to begin with. It's the time constraint is actually the only one that matters, which might seem a little weird, but whatever, that's fine. That's, definitely a realistic possibility. There's two constraints, but actually only the red one matters. The red one coming from, if you look back up here, coming from how long he had to make his products, his pots and plates or whatever. So anyway, so you have what this is. You have 0. It's turned out to be 0, 24. Okay, that's this right here. Y-intercept is 24. X-intercept is 40. Y-intercept, when I say Y-intercept, that's P-intercept and A-intercept. And so 0, 24, and 40, 0. And of course, that is the answer to number 6 down here. List the coordinates of the vertices of the feasible region. 40, 0, 0, 24, and I guess technically 0, 0 should be put in there for one of the answers, but like I was saying earlier, who cares? So there, copy, paste. So 40, 0, and 0, 24. And then also 0, 0, but we won't even mention it or type it in. Last but not least, he makes $12 profit for every plate and $25 profit for every pot that he sells. So P of XY is, well, think about it, and I'll write it out. So pause again. I'll leave the important sentence up here. Pause and figure that out. All right, so this sentence says $12 profit for A's, $25 profit for P's. And so just to reiterate, this is A and P is the order in which this is in. A is the x-axis, so it's 0, 24, 40, 0. Okay? But P, the profit function, the linear function you're trying to maximize, is 12A plus 25P. And so then we plug those in to this right here. P Okay, once again, pause it and try to do this ending part on your own. So yeah, go ahead and pause it now. So here you're only plugging, for the first one you're only plugging into P, so it's 25 times 24. The second one you're only plugging into A, so it's the 12 times the 40. And drum roll please, maybe, 16,400. So the way to go is to make 24 pots, or excuse me, yeah, 24 pots. So they spend the whole time making pots because they're enough more profitable that even though you can't make as many of them, it works out in the end to be worth more money. So boom, there you go. There's another example. Hopefully that is helpful.